Caitlin Clark is being picked on because she's white. If you check the comments on social media, this seems to be the dominant narrative. So much so that it's made its way to the real media. But what if I told you it's not true? And Caitlin Clark being targeted is a very natural thing. Let me explain. To understand why Caitlin Clark is being targeted by the rest of the players in the WNBA, let's play a little game. I want you to guess who I'm talking about. This person came into the league and immediately turned into the face of the league. Their skills were on another level compared to most veterans of the game, let alone rookies. This led to jealousy from existing stars in the league who wanted to teach this person that they'd have to earn their place in the league amongst some of the world's best athletes. Before long, the person we're talking about was getting clobbered by opposing defenses on a nightly basis. The worst part? It took a while to earn their whistle and get superstar calls from the refs. In short, this person was feared by the rest of the league. They were scared that they would get eclipsed, scared that this person might change the game. You might think this sounds like Caitlin Clark, and you'd be right. However, I'm talking about Michael Jordan, the best player to ever play the game. The similarities between these two and the treatment they received at the beginning of their careers are crazy, and that's my point with this video. She's not being targeted because she's white, she's being targeted because she's on track to be the GOAT of women's basketball. And just like Jordan, you can expect this physicality to continue deep into her career. Race might change how fans and even sometimes the media talk about her, but it's not what's happening on the court. The players going at Clark aren't doing it because she's white. They're doing it because she's a threat to everything they've built. You can debate on if it's right or wrong, but you can't debate that it isn't natural. If you're a talented 20-year-old that's styling on people who have made basketball their craft for their whole lives, those people are gonna get angry. You're almost invalidating their existence and life experience in a way. Think about what it means to suddenly have someone younger, flashier, and more celebrated step into your world, and then dominate. It's not just ego, it's existential. Players who have been grinding for years feel like the spotlight they worked for is now being hijacked. They feel like the story is no longer about them, and that can build resentment, even if the person in the spotlight did nothing wrong. Let's also not forget that the media has turned Clark into a headline machine, where every single scuffle or foul gets national attention. She's not literally getting tackled and beaten up every play, that's just how the media makes it seem. But this is all what happens when a generational talent enters a professional league. It upends the natural order. It happened to Jordan, and now it's happening to Caitlin. To prove this effect, let's even bring in a few other comparisons from the NBA. Let's not forget that both LeBron and Shaq were also targeted like this. Those two were also able to outmuscle grown adults on day one of their careers, so it wasn't as noticeable. LeBron was even apparently told he was too cocky for a rookie by many angry players. But it didn't matter. Good luck beating up LeBron, or stopping him from scoring. On the other hand, Jordan and Clark were both skinny and comparatively weak when coming into their leagues. But here's the thing, she's already producing at an elite level. Despite all the pressure, all the attention, and all the contact, Clark led the league in total assists, assists per game, and three-point percentage as a rookie. She was also top 10 in points per game, ranking 7th, all while adjusting to the speed and physicality of the WNBA. The Fever went from a middle-of-the-pack offense to the third best scoring offense in the league once she arrived. That's not someone putting up empty numbers on a bad team. That's someone elevating the entire system around her. You can chalk up some of the criticism to growing pains, sure, but the numbers prove that the resistance she's facing is because other players are afraid of her greatness. Caitlin will overcome this, just like Jordan did. She's one of the fiercest competitors in all of basketball, and just like the GOAT of the NBA, she will eventually earn her respect amongst players who she threatens by existing. The other players don't fully realize it yet, but most of them are about to get a fat payday from the eyes Clark is bringing to the league. I mean, the Fever even have to rent out larger arenas than the rest of the WNBA teams because that's how much fans want to watch Caitlin Clark. and it might not seem like it, but all the attention on her is already trickling down to the rest of the league, and will continue to do so. It happened multiple times in the NBA, with obviously the biggest example being Jordan. Jordan brought the NBA from America's forgotten sports league, firmly behind the MLB and NFL, all the way to a sport that's competing with the top two, and still growing faster than those two sports on a global scale. In the end, with Clark getting bullied in the WNBA, once again, this isn't a race thing. It's a greatness thing, and greatness always makes people feel uncomfortable at first, until it becomes undeniable. Just like Jordan, Clark will take the hits, she'll keep going, and eventually, the same people trying to stop her now will be the ones thanking her later. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think.